You wake up trapped inside your own weight. Every breath feels slow. Your body is coiled tight, sunk into warm mud that hasn't cooled yet. The river isn't calm. It's holding its breath. You are an anaconda. Subscribe for brutal animal survival stories, and the next 24 hours are about one thing only: staying alive without moving too much, because every movement costs energy, and energy is everything. Hour 0. Your eyes don't open fully. They never do. You don't hunt with sight. You hunt with pressure. The water presses against your skin. The ground vibrates. Every ripple tells a story. Most of them mean nothing. One means danger. Hour 1. The sun starts warming the surface. You don't feel comfort. You feel exposure. Birds pass overhead. Caimans drift nearby. The river is crowded with things that could hurt you, but none of them want to try. Not yet. You are massive, and size buys you patience. Hour 2. A leaf lands on the water. It looks harmless, but the leaf brings ants. The ants bring tiny bites, and tiny bites bring irritation. You want to move. You don't, because the river is full of predators that love one sound: panic. So you practice the hardest skill in nature: doing nothing perfectly. Hour 3. Something enters the water, not fast, not careful. A capybara. You don't chase, you wait. Your body doesn't coil like in movies. It positions. Your muscles tighten silently as the animal steps deeper, closer, closer. Then you strike. The water explodes. Your jaws don't kill. Your coils do. You wrap once, then again. Every breath it takes becomes smaller. This is not violence. It's physics. And within minutes, the river is quiet again. Hour 4. You don't eat yet. You hold, because struggling prey can still injure you. A broken rib here means starvation later. Only when movement stops completely do you begin. Hour 5. You drag your prize slightly deeper, not to hide it from the river, to hide it from the sky. Because scavengers don't need courage, they only need timing. And right now, timing is everything. You open your mouth wider than should be possible. Your jaw doesn't unhinge. It stretches. It negotiates with reality, and reality complains. Hour 6. You swallow, slowly, painfully. Your jaw stretches beyond what looks possible. Ligaments slide, bones shift. Every inch is work. Predators don't hunt while eating. And for the next hour, you are helpless. This is the most dangerous moment of your day, because now you're not a monster. You're a slow, heavy promise. Hour 7. You finish. Your body is distended, heavy, slower. You sink deeper into the water. You cannot fight now. You cannot flee. You can only hide. Your heartbeat feels louder, not because it changed, because you're listening harder. Hour 8. A caiman glides past. Close enough that you feel the water shift on your scales. It doesn't bite. It doesn't rush. It just lingers, like it's reading your size, reading your shape, reading whether you can still squeeze. You don't give it an answer. You stay still until still starts to hurt. Eventually, it drifts away. Testing complete. You passed. Barely. Hour 9. The heat rises. Your metabolism accelerates. Digestion begins. Inside you, acids burn. Muscles churn. Energy is being converted. Slowly. This is when mistakes kill anacondas. Because the river doesn't care that you just ate. The river only cares that you're slower now. Hour 10. The waterline changes. A distant rumble. Rain upstream. The current grows teeth. Mud lifts from the bottom and clouds everything. Visibility drops to nothing. For most animals, that's fear. For you, it's cover. But cover cuts both ways. If you can't see them, they can't see you, until they're already touching you. Hour 11. Something bumps your side. Soft, then gone. Maybe a fish, maybe a turtle, maybe something curious. Your body twitches on instinct, and instantly you regret it. Because the smallest movement tells the whole river, I'm here. So you freeze again, harder, sharper, like you're trying to become part of the riverbed. Hour 12. Midday. The river is alive. A caiman drifts too close. Not hunting. Testing. It bumps you gently. You do not respond. Movement would reveal weakness. So you stay still. And after a long moment, it leaves. You survive by doing nothing. And the weird part? Doing nothing feels like winning. Hour 13. The sun cooks the surface, so you stay deeper. Cooler water, lower risk, but lower oxygen. You time your breaths like a thief. Up. One clean inhale. Down again. No splashing. No drama. Because drama is how you become a headline in someone else's mouth. Hour 14. Your body demands rest, but rest isn't sleep. Sleep is dangerous. You enter something quieter, slower, a state where awareness never fully shuts off. Even your dreams, if you have them, are cautious. Everything is half awake, half ready, half hiding. Hour 15. Tiny parasites tug at your scales, not enough to hurt, enough to annoy. You want to scrape against a log, you don't, because scraping makes ripples, and ripples are invitations. So you endure the itch like a professional, patient, silent, miserable. Hour 16. A vibration travels through the mud, heavy steps, not a capybara, bigger, wider, something with confidence, maybe a tapir, maybe a deer, maybe something you could take. If you weren't full, your hunger says, take it. Your body says, you can't. And for the first time today, you feel it. Not power, limitation. Hour 17. The temperature drops, digestion slows, you need warmth, so you move. Slowly dragging your massive body onto a muddy bank, exposing yourself again. Birds scatter, insects scream. This is necessary. Without heat, your meal becomes a liability. Out here, you are visible, and visibility has a price. Hour 18. You bask, not for comfort, for survival. Your scales absorb warmth. Your blood circulates faster. Inside you, the prey dissolves, energy returns, and for a moment, you feel unstoppable, like the whole jungle should apologize for existing near you. Hour 19. A shadow appears at the edge of the trees. Low, quiet, smooth, a jaguar. It doesn't sprint, it doesn't roar, it watches, because jaguars don't gamble, they calculate. And right now, you are a slow calculation lying in the open. Your muscles tighten, not to attack, to be ready, because if it commits, you won't get a second chance. Hour 20. The jaguar steps closer, then stops. It notices the size, the coil mass, the bite range, and it decides something very simple. Not worth it. It turns away like it owns the riverbank, and maybe it does, because today you didn't win. Today you were spared. Hour 21. Night falls. This is when smaller predators become bold. Jaguars move, caimans hunt. You slide back into the water, now faster, now stronger. The danger has shifted. You are no longer vulnerable. You are the threat again. But here's the inversion. You're not hunting anymore. You're guarding. Guarding your digestion, guarding your energy, guarding the fact that one bad injury tonight turns your future into starvation. Power isn't just crushing, power is lasting. Hour 22. A school of fish flashes by like silver sparks. It's tempting to strike. Not because you need food, because instinct hates stillness. But you let them pass. Because you already ate. Because you learned the rule today. The river punishes greed. Hour 23. The river changes at night. Sounds sharpen. Distances shrink. Something brushes against your tail. You turn instantly. Nothing. But the message is clear. Stay alert, because night doesn't announce danger. Night just delivers it. Hour 24. A full day passes. You are still alive. Not because you were aggressive, not because you were fast, but because you understood something simple. Power is knowing when not to move. Tomorrow, you will hunt again. Tomorrow, the river will test you again. And one day, the river will win. But not today. Like immersive survival stories, tap subscribe and watch what comes next.